Burn them bow down, making Dylan heat drum, but the bow wow.
Are we rolling?
I think I brought it too close.
It'll be okay.
Welcome back, bitches, to MADHD. You like it? Look,
I don't.
I like it.
It's stolen.
Everything is stolen.
Little froggy guy.
Oh god.
So what are you on day 3, day 4?
Day 4.
Being a non-smoker.
Day 4 of being a non-smoker, and we are past the.
How was day 2? I think that's when we were recording the last episode.
So, day 1, like you give it up and you have this just like optimism that it's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. And then day 2 starts off and you're like, yeah, man, what? Why do people even like make this such a big deal? And I am a firm believer if you make it past day 2, you're good to go. Because midday it hits. And when I'm talking about it hits, it's this brain fog. You can't fucking think clearly to save your life. Your legs hurt, your back hurts, your arms hurt. You feel like you don't have any strength. And I'm just like, well, it's just nicotine leaving my body. Like, why is this?
It's the devil. It's the devil.
Such
Bobby.
a big deal. And then day 3 happens. Day 3 is kind of like day 2, except for like the diet version. And then
oh yeah, no, you're still like in it, and you're like, this sucks. But it was hilarious because Mike was like hours away from his last cigarette, and he's like, yeah, man, it's gonna be easy. Like I already did it. It's good. We're basically done now. And then like day 2, he's like, God, like help me, God.
like it was it hurt.
Yeah,
but we made it through. Look, so we are 4 days not smoking. The next episode we do, I'll be
a week
past a week, yeah,
over a week, yeah,
a little over a week of just not smoking, and
I'm technically on day 6 and no nicotine. I almost messed up. Like I said, that day that you decided you were going to do it, you broke them in half, and I don't know why. I had already been like 3 days without it, so I'd already been over like the real hard part. But it's the second you left and you had mentioned that you were gonna like, or you had already smoked like the short, I was like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of shorts in that trash can.
it's so weird how your brain will like rationalize you doing it. And it's like, hey man, like
Well, especially because I wasn't smoking. Like I was doing the nicotine packet.
it's
so, like,
but it's weird.
wasn't
It's like how bad your fucking mind wants it. It'll try to like rationalize and oh yeah, you can have just one, man. Like
Yeah.
if you just do just one, it's gonna be okay. And we're still quitting. And then I think what separates the people who fucking successfully quit and don't successfully quit is then you look at that part of your brain and you tell it to shut the fuck up. So this is what I did, because my brain kept wanting to be a bitch and wanted to be like,
just
come
a little
on,
bit.
come on,
Just a
Mike,
little.
we can rationalize it. Let's just smoke a little bit. I went and got cranberry juice with no sugar. Like it's 100% cranberry juice, not from
Yeah,
concentrate.
not the good kind, not the drinkable
with
kind.
absolutely no sugar added. And if you've never drank this, if people who have drank this before, they're gonna be like, "Fuck, it's painful
tart.
to drink.
Yeah, it's tart. It's
actual painful to drink. Like it's so tart, it's so sour, and it sucks all the moisture out of your mouth, and it's terrible." Also, another thing that it does good is that it's a diuretic, so it helps you pass the nicotine out of your body quicker. So I was already getting it, but I was like, man, because of how bad it is, every time you are just like, "Hey, Mike, let's smoke a cigarette," I'm just like,
let's do this.
yeah, and it's like, "Oh God, what are you doing to me?" So. What's funny is earlier we were going to start recording, but I had a shit. So I was like, I go home to shit because there's a little tiny bathroom. The plant shop's in the front. I'm not trying to like
Blow it up and make it.
then it becomes like a toxic hazardous work environment. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do that. So
Thanks, Mike.
I go home to shit, but I'm having like a little bit of a craving. So I'm just like, you know what? We're going to go home and we're going to drink some cranberry juice. And my body immediately is like, oh no, we're not having a craving. We're not having a craving. I'm like, too late.
We are. Yeah,
I'm like, too late. You already fucking thought of it. You're getting the cranberry juice, boy. You're getting the cranberry juice and you're going to like it.
I think that's a wild thing that I'd never thought. I mean, I have done where if I get the craving, I go out and go for a walk. And that's kind of where this whole thing started, was that first walk. You're just like, oh, fuck it, and went for it. And like as soon as Mike showed up today, that was another one of the things is like, he's like, let's just go for a walk. And this asshole, like literally every time we go for a walk, I'm like, where do you want to walk? He's like, oh, I don't know, we'll just walk up here to this, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time we get back, like he's led the whole entire way. He's like, God, you made me walk like fucking 2 miles. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I just get into it. I'm out there with my friend. Like we're getting healthy. We're just walking, viewing the city.
Which I have no problem with the 2 miles, but like when we get back, Mike's like, God, I thought we were going to walk around like 3 blocks and not like 2 miles. And I was like, you picked the route, broski.
Literally picked the whole route. I'm like, let's go this way. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. And then when I get back, I'm always like, God, Dylan, you made us walk so long.
The first trip to Aldi, I think that was a good one to sweat out all the first day.
The first batch of the nicotine.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole quitting shit was literally, my friend was quitting. He was like struggling with it, you know? He was like, I want to walk, get my mind off of nicotine.
He kind of just...
and I was just like, you cool if I smoke while you're trying to get your mind off of nicotine? Because I want a cigarette.
And then I lost my mind. I was like, fuck no, not while I'm trying to quit. No,
he was like super cool about it. He was like, yeah, I don't care. You could smoke while I'm trying to. And I'm like, man, that's a douchey friend thing to do. And then I was like, oh man, I could quit right now because I got a friend who quit nicotine. So like right there, I got somebody to talk to.
Support group.
Yeah, like a support group to understand exactly what I'm going through, even though, you know, Dylan is quitting finally just like stopping doing nicotine, where he wasn't doing a lot of it, but he was just like,
oh no. I was literally from the moment I woke up.
You had one of those dips in your mouth?
I had an 8 milligram literally throughout the whole entire day.
Oh God, yeah.
Until I went to bed.
Oh
and then,
yeah,
like,
fuck.
I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I found myself fucking putting in a fucking packet, and then I would be up for like an hour or two just because I was like, I'm not gonna waste the packet. Like,
I really thought like it was just like a little dip thing that you
all day, every day.
That's what I'm saying. That's like the vape shit. Like people would be like, why don't you just vape? Because then you could suck on nicotine all the time throughout the day. Way more nicotine than you would get fucking just smoking cigarettes outside.
Well, especially because I was a stealth vapor when I vaped too. Like I would always be able to like hold it in a way that like I just looked like I was like contemplating something, and then I would rip it as hard as I could, put it back in my pocket, and then hold my breath until there was no vape left when I breathed it out, so that like I could vape literally everywhere.
So I want to talk about too, before we get into our advice and everything that we get into on Mike and Dylan hate drama. Welcome to the podcast, guys.
Sorry. Oh man, that was a long one.
Yeah, that was a long one before we even got into the thing. But so last night, I'm not smoking, which I think is a good thing because you guys know I have like the panic disorder and everything. Which crazily enough, after like the super bad brain fog of the second day, like everything I've been thinking like a lot more clearly. And so I don't know if you guys noticed, but along the East Coast in the South, I got gum like stuck in my mouth.
Yeah, I put mine on a piece of paper and
I put mine in the top of my mouth because I wanted to like dribble through.
Yeah.
And it just got stuck up there, so now I got like sticky shit in the top of my mouth up here. Look.
Nice.
Oh.
Like denture cream.
Yeah, that's what it felt like, denture cream.
Mike knows what that feels like.
Jesus Christ, remember when we almost died from that shit? Oh, okay.
I put it on just to make sure that like you weren't full of shit. And
let me talk about what happened last night, and then we'll get into the denture cream story. But so along the East Coast and the South, apparently God is mad. That's the only way I can describe these fucking storms we're getting, because it's nonstop rainfall, the hardest rainfall you could fucking imagine. For 2 hours straight, 3 hours straight, it does not let up.
It's cloud seeding.
Yeah, it's got to be. Like what they're doing in Dubai, like we're getting the fucking crazy part of that shit. But that's a real thing though, cloud seeding.
I know it's possible, but like to say that like people are doing it on purpose on like
no. So what
soil,
happens?
like,
listen, that's some real shit though. So Dubai, where it's normally a dry place, when you cloud seed for the rain to happen there, it fucks up the whole rain cycle. So now we're getting rain like a fucking rainforest would get rain.
But I think the part where I'm getting at though is like that it's like this evil mastermind, like fucking, you know, Lex Luthor.
No. I don't think that's not what cloud seeding is. But cloud seeding is they are fucking with the weather. They know how to make it rain. Yeah. And that does fuck up the weather patterns, like, you know, fucking evaporation, and you know it carries that along the fucking just like jet streams and shit.
Just like human induced climate.
But anyways, we getting these fucking biblical storms right now, and you guys know me. I'm a bit of a panicker. When
extreme panicker.
Yes, when things hit the fan, when shit gets tough,
Mike will be in the corner.
Yes. Like, so I'm driving home during one of these. Now you guys know that I do not have headlights in my car currently. No high beams, no turn signals. It all went out at once.
Just on the front. He's got the back.
Just on the front. So last night I drive home in one of these at nighttime, and it's like you can't see.
What were you doing in High Point? You were playing a card game?
Yes, I was.
That was definitely like a very good reason to like go and risk your life for.
Well, I was like, I didn't know that those thunderstorms were just going to randomly pop up. I didn't even know there was bad weather.
You missed like the 17.
Well, I heard it. Warnings. By that time, though, it was already like coming down. So I was like, fuck. So I don't like driving in storms. So I drove from High Point to Lexington. It's not nighttime.
It was nighttime,
but it
because
got
of the
nighttime
rain.
a lot quicker because of the
Yeah.
thunderstorm. So I could only see because of the lightning, and the water is up to like the top of my tires. Like I'm like any second my car's gonna get swept away. I had the window rolled down because I was like, I don't want to be stuck in my car. I at least want to be able to get out. I could swim pretty good. I could definitely stay afloat until I can grab something. Like I know what to do in this situation. So I'm like driving through, and then I just get through it. And I'm just like, not a panic attack, not a worry. Mike was just like, my brain locked the fuck in. It was like, all right, actual deadly situation. We're locked. Yeah, like I said, I had the fucking window down because I was like, if we get fucking, if the power shuts off, it's going to be hard to open the window. Then you got to worry about kicking the window in and not
like
cutting
in a
yourself.
scenario where like the sky's open and you could possibly fall into the sky upwards, like that's terrifying though, right?
Just a made up situation. Yes. It's like,
terrifying,
big
like
building.
Actual death.
We could float to the top, and my brain's just like, we're going to shut down. But then we get into an actual like life or death situation. You got to know what the fuck to do.
I mean, I guess that's like a really good thing though, because like in an actual scenario, you're fine. You're cool as a
My
cucumber,
brain's just like, okay, but that's what she's like, it's so fucking weird because like scary situations will happen, and I'm the one who's just like locked in. Yeah. We were driving down the road, and this fucking semi just gets into our lane. This happened a couple of years ago. Just drives into our fucking lane, and I just like
veer off to
right along like the fucking. It's like everybody in the car screaming, and I'm just like riding along the semi, and then I just get right back into the lane. And she's like, I just lock in those situations.
That's
but bro,
so good, dude.
I'm on the 6th floor of a building. Just, oh God, bro. Like, I don't fucking like being up this high. Actual danger.
You can't even see that you're up that high, but technically your brain knows it. It's like,
it's so crazy, man. I'm waiting for, which every guy does this in the shower, but like a terrorist attack where there's 6 armed terrorists. I know I'm just going to lock into some kind of, I've been watching a lot of Equalizer too. Like I'm on fucking.
So your fantasy thing will come true then.
Right. Yeah. And then I'm just like taking out these guys cool as a cucumber.
Towel bar. Like,
just like I knocked out. All right. Now we got to go find the, and he's like, you just murdered a guy. I'm like, listen, I did what had to be done.
Mike, you're naked.
Speaking of panicking, Jesus Christ, the denture cream. So,
what was the skit that we were trying to do?
I don't know, but we were putting in fake teeth, and we wanted the fake teeth to hold. So we decided to use denture cream
because they're like the cheap ones, though. They're like Walmart, like $2 special. Where you get
and they're
6 in a
they're
pack,
very
like,
open. So we tried to fill the whole thing with denture cream to see if we could get it because
it's really supposed to go like
we don't know how denture cream works. So we stick it up there, man, and all of that denture cream just squishes onto the roof of my mouth, like all in here. It's all in the sides, and it tastes so bad. Yeah. And I couldn't I'm like trying to like rake it out. I'm like, dude, it's blocking my throat, man. I can't fucking like, bro, I thought I was about to die with denture cream. So Dylan put some in his mouth.
I just have to show him that like, obviously you're fucked up. Like you didn't know how to do it. This is how you do it. And
Dylan shows me how to actually do it. And then Dylan's just like, what's going on? Watch this like this. It's like,
I was cool as a cucumber, but yeah, I was like, oh, Mike's not lying right now. And so like, I'm sitting there with like paper
he's
towel,
like trying to rake it out. Like
paper towel, wipe it off my teeth. And like,
you can see him trying. Yeah, that's the worst part is when you're trying to rake it off with the paper towel, and the paper towel just like slides on it. Yeah,
or it's stuck, and then now you've got to get the paper towel and the.
But that gives you something to grip onto. Like I couldn't even fucking get it on. I'm trying to like rake it out of my mouth.
But then your like teeth are like weirdly like slippery but sticky. It was
terrible,
yeah,
terrible fucking experience. All right, so now we're gonna get into the actual podcast shit of.
Hey, we're like every other podcaster that we bitch about.
Right. Remember how they always
30
start off
minutes.
With like, and before they actually get into the podcast. I guess it's bad for like the new people coming in because they're like, are these guys retarded?
Are they okay? Like,
are they dumb? All right. Former art major weighs in.
Yeah, she roasts you.
Dear Mike and Dylan, former art major here. Translation, I did art but realized that I would be more broke than I am, so I switched to accounting, LOL.
Oh, wait, she's actually on your side.
Oh, really? I totally agree that the art world and museums especially can be extremely classist. The whole idea of what gets preserved and displayed is deeply rooted in privilege. But here's a fun little rebellion fact. Museums start out as salons. Started out as salons where the only trendiest and technically correct art was allowed to hang, aka the visibly good art Mike was talking about. Artists like Monet and his buddies were literally rejected from these elite spaces, which led to the birth of Impressionism, a big old screw you to the system. And guess what came after that? Abstract art. So in a fun way, abstract art exists because people got tired of the art snobs. Ironic how it becomes full 360, isn't it? Now, I personally never loved abstract work, but if it makes you feel anything, even confusion or rage, then it's done its job. Mike, you said it best. Just because something doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's wrong. And Dylan, I'm with you 100%. We only see the polished, trending art online. There's so much incredible local talent that goes unnoticed because it doesn't fit the curated mold that is the algorithmic For You page. One thing I'll add is that abstract art has gone beyond canvas. It's immersive now, interactive, digital, sometimes borderline performance art, and that's just the way the global art trend is moving because that's where human entertainment is going. I think 4DX movies and VR headsets, or think 4D, and there you go. It's frustrating for sure, but I wanted to add that in. Anyways, I love the way you both bring honest, unfiltered takes. I don't always agree, but it's such a refreshing break from the algorithm echo chamber. Keep doing what you're doing, and please don't hate me if I sound secretly like Rothko. I don't listen. That's probably an art person. I don't know. Literally in Heroin Alley, right after you get out of Heroin Alley, which is a place that me and Dylan have dubbed in Lexington, where you just like walk through this tunnel that's been graffitied, and there's like needles and shit everywhere. So it's Heroin Alley. You come out to this beautiful fucking mural on a wall of like this gorgeous woman in thorns or some shit. Yeah, and just like this big mural, and it's very, very beautiful. And then there's some guy just like, there's a line. And you could see how I was like,
the passion,
I felt real
but the
squiggly
anger.
when I did it. And it's like, squiggly's not an emotion, bro. It is, because I was squiggling.
Yeah, that's like the anger.
Very squiggly. Listen, I got on my little art.
Well, is it okay that she agreed with both of us and told us that we both kind of like had good points? Like, that's
I don't
not
know.
really
It seems
fair.
like
I think they have to dig in and
she's
only
trying to
support
have
one of
two
us.
Christmases when we divorce. That's what it feels
that.
like. And I don't, honestly, fuck your take.
Get no Christmas.
Yeah, now you get no Christmases, and the other kids are our favorites.
I think me and you were actually arguing the exact breakdown that she kind of put out there.
I think so too.
Like,
I think we were like on the same wavelength, but
yeah, we were talking past each other, which is kind of like par for the course. That's what we do.
My thing is that denture cream is a lot scarier than you think it is.
We should have spit that onto a canvas, and that would have been art.
That would have
been art right there.
That would have been art. It is very subjective. I don't like.
Could you see the
listen? This is what got me. She was like, "I'm really glad you guys break away from the the algorithmic norm of all these other podcasts." And I'm just like, well, we need to get kind of a little bit into that,
so that we can start getting paid.
We're fucking poor. Like, we need to get a little bit into the
just
like what makes us. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, hey, Joe Rogan, just like
invite us on once,
right? Do I gotta threaten to beat you up like Liver King? I don't even know if he's talked about Joe Rogan or Joe Rogan's even mentioned him.
I mean, that's one of the things, like when we were talking about Eminem and stuff, like Joe Rogan has no need to, like, I mean, I guess he can if he wants to, but like all he does is like build somebody up that doesn't deserve to get fucking free publicity from him. So like, why even like mention him?
Remember when Liver King used to claim that he was all natural?
Yeah, no, the whole time he tried to.
I'm like, bro, I'm a fat fuck. Listen, I'm a fat fuck that does not get off of, and I can like visibly tell you were on steroids.
Well, nobody gets like that. Like, I mean, you can get like lean.
Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
No TRT in his life.
None of it. As like a 50-year-old man, he is more muscular now than when he was
fully in it.
30 years old, yeah.
In a professional wrestler, in a league where they're definitely utilizing.
Samoan. Look, that's what sucks, though, because someone could just be like,
oh, yeah, my ethnic
it's background. My ethnicity, and I'm just like, well, I can't,
Maybe.
I'm white. I'm prone to racism. That's what I blame it on. Fuck, I'm white, so sorry. Which they're never like, hey, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but The Rock can just be like, steroids, really? Samoan. That was a good joke, I feel like.
Yeah, it was so funny. I forgot to laugh.
I
had to bring it back 7th grade level.
Bro, the 80s called.
I'm from the 80s, bro.
Your mom's passed away. Have you not heard that joke? It's so goddamn funny.
That's like, fucked up, man. That's cold.
It's the best joke ever. Sorry. It's such a good joke. Anytime, I love the jokes that just don't.
You know, that's one of those things that, like, back in the day when, like, I came up through, like, the your mom jokes.
Yeah.
And I literally almost lost friends over it because I was like, I'll fucking kick your ass right now. Like,
For what?
For saying anything about my mom. Like, I literally almost, like, beat the
Oh,
shit
wait.
out
Are
of
you
multiple-
upset that I said that joke?
Not right this second. No. Like, but, like, that's what I would do is I would tell my friends, I'd be like, hey, it's
No.
cool. You can make that joke all you want to everybody else, but, like, leave my mom out of it because, like, I don't fuck with that. And then the person would be like, oh, your mom's a whore. And I'd be like, all right, let's go. Like, and we're going outside. But
Dylan's actually upset about this. But listen,
I'm not upset.
He's very passionate right now. But look, this is the joke. It's not a joke about your mom dying.
I don't know.
Your
what the
mom's
joke
not
is.
even in the joke.
Well, if you have to explain it, it's not gonna be funny.
You said, it's so funny, I forgot to laugh.
Yeah.
Which is like a 90s, 80s joke. So when anybody does that, bro, just say, the early 2000s called. A plane has struck the second building. It just doesn't have to be like, you're saying.
I'm not mad at you.
It's like the 90s called, they want their jacket back or their joke back. You say something like that, and then something that just doesn't go along with what happened.
Okay.
You ruined it.
I ruined all your jokes. That's my job. I am supposed to be the straight guy over here.
Listen, you gotta have.
You're the funny guy. I'm the straight man.
So wait, I'm gay?
Yeah.
I'm gay and funny?
You're the one off in the handies behind a Denny's.
It's not gay. Oh wait, it is.
If you guys look in each other's eyes, it will be.
No, because then you are penetrating the buttholes. We did the research.
For a reach around. If you would have just done a
rounds.
handy, it wouldn't have been. But the reach around.
All right. Well, Dylan ruined my joke. I was having fun, but the title is Labor Llama. Dear Mike and Dylan, just wanted to start off by saying I love listening to y'all while I'm at work. I'm a corporate girly, as the internet would say. Bro, we have so many women that watch us. Like, I think they outnumber guys.
I don't think they outnumber necessarily, but there is a good percentage.
But they out comment.
They definitely out
and out review. Yes. Yeah, like if we're like, hey, leave some reviews and
they
stuff
show
like
up for us.
All the girls do. The guys are just like, that's gay speaking nice about another man in public.
Ricky from Oklahoma, he always is out there giving us phone calls, which I did not get the phone calls ready.
And hearing you two just having a ball while I sit in near total silence makes the hours fly by.
That's got to be wild.
Your banter is my version of workplace enrichment. That being said, I've been eyeing that Labor Llama hoodie, but I'll admit I feel a little awkward buying one since I'm not exactly the target demographic. Working at a corporate job where I start at 5 and leave at 1:30, I'm not doing any hard labor. She's thinking this is like stolen valor? Unless Excel counts as a weapon, which makes me feel like an imposter to the brand. Anyways, I wanted to ask, what inspired the label? How'd you come up with the name and design? It's such a strong brand vibe. I'd love to hear more about it and how it came together. Great job on shouting out the brand as a sponsor. Give whoever the idea that was a solid reach around. P.S. You guys talk about your setup a lot. I just wanted to say I think your background is good and it gives off the energy of we're literally just kicking back after work or during lunch, If you guys had the typical LA style podcast setup, I feel like it'd come off really inauthentic. Imagine talking about lampreys. Bro, lampreys keep getting brought up. Or working at a box shop with a magenta neon sign glowing behind you on some beige influencer sofa. I'll be totally honest. If I saw that kind of setup, I would immediately skip your content because setup like that's are a dime a dozen. So I don't feel bad about the setup unless the chairs are that uncomfortable, because if that's the case, that's workplace abuse and needs to be addressed ASAP.
Mike really wants a couch.
No, I just want Lazy Boys, but that's even more expensive.
That'd be cool. No, we could go up to Habitat and get
we could.
like $20.
Because then we're like in a comfy situation and I'm not like moving around so much on these hard ass
The thing
seats.
that I hate about this setup is every time I move, it squeaks. I don't think
that's
it
what I
comes
don't
through,
like either.
but I don't like the noises.
Like we just had like a big one where I could like throw my leg over the side because that's going to happen because I'm just a Neanderthal. So how did we? Okay, so Labor Llama. Me and Dylan were both blue collar workers. Since doing this, I guess we no longer.
I think the term
we've posered ourselves.
I think the term is kind of like, yes, it is for people that work and work with their hands and everything, but I think it's
a working class brand.
Yeah, it's not necessarily that you have to be like out doing landscaping or construction or roofing or anything like that. Like it's just like that you legit wake up every day,
contribute
go to work,
society to live,
and create some sort of product. Whether it is like, I mean, I get that you're making a spreadsheet or whatever, but like, are you the boss that's directing everybody and making everybody fucking do the work? No, you're one of the worker bees. Like basically, that's the easiest way to.
It's a working class brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it still takes the same grit and toughness to work.
We get shit every day. Someone be like, Llama has 2 L's.
Yeah.
Fucking write that down right now. Write labor llama down the way we have it, and then write labor llama down with 2 L's.
Looks
and then
dumb.
When your brain's like, God, this is fucking repulsive, and I don't like this. I want this to be gone from my eyeballs. You will see why we did that. The reason we chose llamas is because like when we were coming up with the name, at first we were doing like blue collar behemoth.
Yeah.
And that was my idea. Great name. It is very difficult to spell. Listen, and I love people on this planet, but spelling blue collar behemoth is going to be out of some people's vocal range. So
it was out of mine.
Yeah, so I was like, let's dial it back.
I think I even asked you. I was like, how do you spell behemoth? And you're like, B.
When we looked up the llama, though, for the animals that we were considering, the first thing about llamas is like it said llamas like to kick, bite, and spit to
defend themselves
against predators. And I was like, fuck yeah. And they are like a really rough neck, spitting on people. So
because we were workshopping a lot of stuff. So we were, like we had labor, we had work, we had all these different things. And we were trying to figure out like how to pair them up with like something that could be representative of the brand. And like when we landed on Llama, they're just tough. They're like, don't take no shit off anybody. And so that really was like,
and then also too, labor llama as like a nonsensical word is dope.
Yeah.
Like it is. It just sounds good. Labor llama. Like if we just came out with labor llama and there was no llama in it, it's just labor llama. Like it's a nonsensical word that fucking works.
Yeah.
Like look at your like, Lululemons and whatever. It is a great like nonsensical word that works. The reason we came up with it though is so many people wanted like merch and shit. Like just something that was like,
they wanted to buy something.
Yeah, they wanted to buy something from the Felonious Falafel brand. And we had went through like the print-on-demand places and shit like that to try to give people something. But everything else was shit. Like it was just shit. And I was like, bro, what if we... Because you guys know I love hats. It's a thing. And just all my life, even before I started going bald, I was wearing hats. So I was like, I wanted to start a hat company anyways. And then we was like, fuck it. We can do the shirts and the hoodies to kind of give people what they want. And everything's like printed locally. Like the people that, print the shirts are our friends. Like we go there, we fucking hang out with these guys. It comes back, we fucking package everything, make sure everything looks nice, throw in the little fucking things that you get with it. And we just wanted that control over it instead of sending out like the little print on demand shit. Cause then people would send me shit back where a shirt was like 2 different tones or it didn't have any of the graphic on it. Like they do the one where they like heat press the graphic on it, and ours are screen printed. Like,
well, and I think out of all
designed to last like really a long time, because I, for some reason, can't in good conscience just send people shit.
Well, and out of all of our orders, like I think we've had, close to 500 orders. We've had 1 return, and the 1 return was simply because our 3Xs, the shirts that we have run kind of small. Like, so they fit, but they're more of like a fitted 3X versus like a nice baggy 3X. So I don't fault anybody for like saying that like the sizing wasn't right, because like this is a large, and out of all my large shirts, it fits a little snugger. It still fits comfortably, but it's more of like a fitted large rather than, and that was the only return that we've had. The only other things that we've done is me fucking up, sending the wrong shirt.
Snugger sounds like a fucking...
It's comfy. Like, I mean, it is a comfy shirt.
Snugger sounds like a racially motivated thing.
Well, to you.
Look at that fucking Snugger over there.
That's always first thing on your mind. But we did send out like wrong ones, and so like luckily with those ones I've fixed the issue. But that was just me being a
We should
jackass.
play a game called Is It a Slur or Not? I just like go over the real innocuous ones.
Yeah.
Because listen, I watched this one video of this guy. If I give racist people anything, it is they're imaginative, okay? Because he was reading like innocuous, like
racial
terms against people. Carpet pilot.
I've never heard that one.
Because of Aladdin. They call, I guess, Saudi Arabians the carpet pilots. Listen, I'm not laughing at the racism. Racism's wrong. All right. The name is funny. It is. You just wouldn't.
No, it took a minute.
Right. I would never have gotten, like, if someone's like, oh, these goddamn.
Because as soon as carpet comes up, I'm always thinking of like the historical terms, like a carpetbagger and all that shit. And like, I was like, where a pilot Where's
The
that
only
met?
carpet I've ever heard used in a derogatory term was like muncher.
Oh, that's not derogatory. That's yummy.
Well, they call lesbians are carpet munchers.
Oh.
So it is.
Aren't you as well? Like, I mean, if you go down and no.
I do. I'd be munching on
So,
the
like,
carpets,
I mean-
but I think it's still wrong. That's like white people.
Don't call me a carpet.
White people will be
muncher.
like, well, if you think about it, white people are also N-words. I hated that.
Yeah. Oh no.
I hated that. I was like,
all my friends from up north, like that was what they're and they were like, it
oh,
doesn't
no,
always.
it happened down here too. They'd be like,
Yeah.
They'd be like, well, I met white N-words too. If
I was
someone,
like, no, you didn't.
bro, I'm just gonna start whipping them right there. I'm just like gonna pull out something,
Yeah.
just like be like, oh, you like that? Like, just fucking listen. If you want to play the role, it's so. I hated that.
Well, because like up there, one of the excuses they always gave was like, it just means ignorant person. I was like, no, that's not. No, that's not what it means. Like, and like you can't just redefine it and make it be like, oh, this is what it means now. Like, no.
We had nothing though. We had like you could just say things. Like I
Yeah.
remember at school there was a rumor that was started that Usher was doing a concert and his anus fell out of his butthole because of all the gay sex he was having. There was no way I could fact check that, so I just grew up always thinking Usher was gay, like real gay.
Yeah.
And then it was like
And the anuses can fall out of
your
the
butthole
anus?
just because of like there's no traction because of so many penises going up inside of your.
Yeah, I don't want to give everybody the term for what that is called.
What is it called?
You want me to?
Yeah. What?
Pink sock.
Pink sock?
It's where the whole bowels like come out.
Oh, well, I guess it would look like a pink sock though.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
And there was no way
God.
to tell if somebody was lying or not, so you just had to kind of go with it. And
See, but you were of the generation that there was at least internet around.
I mean,
Like,
we had I'm talking about, bro, in elementary school, like I'm saying before.
I mean, you were already talking about like Usher being a gay artist in like elementary school.
Yeah, it was like 2004. This is in middle school, 2005, middle school. I think I was.
But
in
there
middle
was like
school at the time.
hardcore internet by that time.
I also grew up in a pretty fucking poor community, bro, where we
Yeah,
just
so did
didn't
I.
have computers. People didn't have home computers.
That was like free AOL time.
Listen, my concept, I didn't have anything that could get on the internet until I was fucking 16 years old with a little straight talk cell phone.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because we were already...
I think Dylan has an idea of growing up poor, but he doesn't like.
No, I fucking grew up poor.
I understand you grew up poor. Okay.
Yeah.
I think you have a different idea of how poor can get.
I guess we had like neighbors and friends that were less poor that had things. And so like I would stay at my buddy's house and we could download all the fucking music because he had DSL, we had fucking dial up at my house. And like, so we had a computer that we had since 1998. My parents like bought it on a credit card. And
Yes, bro.
had
In
it
middle
for-
school, like in high school growing up, when we were in like, I got kicked out of Southern Guilford, we went to Denton. Throughout all that time, bro, we did not
Well,
have
you
a-
had drug addict.
Yeah, we did
poor.
not
That's
have a
different.
home
Like,
phone number.
yeah.
We did not have Wi-Fi. If we had cable, it was because it was stolen.
But there were
and-
friends around that had some amenities. There had to have been friends in your
Yeah. My best friend,
group
he
that-
had like internet
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
what
like
I'm getting
that.
at.
But also,
It's
I
like-
wasn't like Googling if his butt fell out during the time
I mean, why not?
where I
Like,
had to use the internet. 'cause-
spend 15 minutes for it to sit there and load up the fucking text very slowly. Like,
No, we were just there to fucking like watch. Which actually, me and him never watched like the Rotten.com shit.
yeah.
My aunt showed us that stuff, and she was a grown ass person. So I was like,
Oh,
"That's
your aunt did?
Yeah.
Man, that's fucked up.
that is fucked." Like at least other kids, but she'd be like, "Look at this."
We were looking at
She's
it.
very autistic though too. So
We were looking at it on school computers when I moved down here to North Carolina. One of my friends.
no, we
was
already
like,
had the proxy shit by the time.
Yeah, no,
like
my-
the fucking not proxy. We would use proxy browsers to
Fire-
get away with it, get
Oh,
around it, but they would have the
the blocks.
blockers
Yeah.
and shit.
No, my friend, he would always like that was like his Reddit or his Facebook, like was to go on there and check the newest stuff that was coming across there, and like he was just like all about death all the time. He also got a penis, like a Prince Albert piercing. He's like, "You want to see it?" I was like, "No, I do not want to."
Listen,
see
I
that. No,
can't.
no.
I can't stand people like that. And then
And then one of the balls fell out though, and then it fell out. So like he basically got his dick pierced for no reason because it fell out and it healed up. So
there
he
was
went
this
through all the
one
pain
guy,
for nothing.
and so they were talking about an accident at work, and there was this one fat new kid, and he was one of those kids like someone was talking about, like he was coming home, there was an accident, a child had got flung out and got real fucked up, like died, and he was like, I would like to see what that looks like, be out there in the, you know, I think I'd be able to block out the mom screaming and really be able to like fucking So I just start talking to him like, I'm like, oh, bro, you are so fucking edgy. Like, you are so cool. Everybody here is just in awe of your fucking awesomeness. You're just the coolest fucking guy. And ever since then, like anybody who comments shit that on the internet, I just imagine they're like, you know, they're sitting in their room, their mom, they just ate a really good meal from their mom. She probably made some like roast beef, a little bit of carrots in it, some potatoes, like their belly's full, and then they're at the computer, man. And they're on the computer, they got like a poster of like Heath Ledger's Joker right here. you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can envision this person.
Right, and they're just like on the computer, like, well, I don't find anything wrong, you know? Just, I don't know, being edgy is so corny. Like the death edgy.
Well, I mean, even like any of the trolls or anything like that, where you just have to like go on and ruin somebody's day. Like you can't just be like a generally decent person and be like, oh, that sucks, blah 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 blah.
I told you,
you gotta like be.
Have I talked about the military guy who was like, I'm 300 and some crazy ass fucking number UFC, and I was like, he started working at the box shop. I think he may have been there for a day or two.
Oh, you knew him in person?
Yeah, in person. So he had like the military shit on. Like he had like a fucking necklace with a dog tag on it and the military hat. And he was like a Marine. But he's like just like this fat kid.
He was cosplaying.
That I'm like, that I'm like, I can't, because sometimes like you get some fat people and they'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, I was a Marine, and they'll show you all these pictures and shit like that. And you're like,
and then I got
crazy.
injured and I can't fucking.
And it's like the nicest nerds that always be like, yeah, I was a Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck? But he's like talking about it and like how he was a really good sniper. That was his job. This is like where you're starting to be like, okay. I think we're making stuff up now, because all my friends will be like, no, I didn't see shit. Sometimes there would be bombs.
Talk about it
and there'll be alarms and shit, and you'd have to like fucking, you guys would all huddle up in one hall place until the bomb stopped, and then you'd be like, sometimes you get to go back to bed, sometimes you couldn't. That's how like a lot of the guys talk about it. And then that's when he was like, I'm 114-0 in UFC, and I was like, oh, you mean like in mixed martial arts? Like
on the video game, or like?
No, he's like in UFC. Like he is a UFC fighter. And I was like, man, like they got to have you on the under prelim cards.
And for that record, man, you are killing it.
Right, and they have not given you a title shot yet. Like Dana is fucking you over, bud.
He hates you.
And that's what I was just like, because once you say that, I already know we're in fuck off territory when you're like actually talking about something that, because I was
well, see, that makes sense as like a 5-year-old. Like I used to like
there's like 2 8-year-olds at a school, and one's talking about how his uncle's 114-0 in UFC. The other kids believe that, but like I guess it's so weird because people like they don't have the knowledge that something they like is not loved by everybody. Like back in 2008, 2009, when UFC was not mainstream, I fucking loved it. And then I'd be talking to somebody about like Rashad Evans or Chuck Liddell, they'd be like, who the fuck is that? And I'd be like, do you live under a rock? Do you own a television? What is going on?
It's the only thing on there that's worth watching.
Right. Spike TV, buddy. So it's so crazy to think that like it wasn't like as in the zeitgeist. When this guy was saying this shit to me, it's like 2017. All right. I think we're kind of in, we're starting the like the Conor McGregor era, the Ronda Rousey women are coming in. Like it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger deal now, 2018. And I'm just like, to say that with your whole chest. Because I was even like,
figure that
because once someone says, oh, do you mean in like mixed martial arts? And then to be like, no, I mean UFC fighting. Ultimate Fighting Championship fighting. That's what that broke down to. When he's like UFC fighting, Ultimate Fighting Championship fighting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bud. I don't even know what this tangent was started on.
The super edgy people, like in the way of like being like super.
Did you ever encounter any edgelords?
Oh, all the time.
Give us one.
Well, I mean, basically the guy that I was talking about that got his dick pierced and all that stuff, like he always had to be like the most extreme, like of anything. Like
like the heroin extreme.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. He was an all right guy, but like he was a pathological liar, and like he always had to like, control people in his sphere. Like that was part of like his thing. Like, and so
was he a one-upper?
Yeah, 100%. Like, especially if you were around like any group of friends that's like just having a general conversation like this, like the summer that we graduated, I didn't really have a bunch of friends that drank. Most of the friends that I met down here were all straight edge kids. And so coming from where I was at in New York, like we smoked, we drank, we, fucked, swore, like all the different things that straight edge kids didn't do, we did it all. And so he was the only one that I'd met that like was kind of like one of my friends that was open to doing that. So he got surgery on his foot, so he couldn't drive. So I'd go out and pick him up. We'd get beer and we'd just chill around the house and drink, smoke, do whatever. And but then
play with his Prince Albert piercing.
No, fuck it. But yeah, it was just one of those things where like he was the only friend that was similar to my friends up in New York. So he was like the only ones. So like I hung out with him all summer, but it was one of those cases where, yeah, if we went to a party, if we were around girls, like if we were in a situation, it was always like the him show versus me just because I'm not really that guy. I'm not braggadocious. Like I definitely will like perform. Like I think during the time, like I could walk on my hands for like 100 yards, like feet up in the air. And like, I was like that kind of a showboat, but I was like a legit, like I'm going to do the thing rather than just talk about the thing.
Like, do you know how much more funny it is to be anti-braggadocious? Like if you talk shit about you, like people love that shit. Like they love it. And it just creates an environment too, where, everybody, like guys who would, I would never do it because I don't want any preconceptions about a penis happening, but guys who would talk about how big their dicks are.
Oh yeah.
And I'd just be like, bro, fucking, I'll be trying to, like, when I'm trying to grab it when I pee, and, just like getting away from me, I'm trying to like.
Well, see, one of the things that you do too is like when you're talking to a girl, it's way better to undersell it and overperform
I'm just like, bro,
than it is to be like, oh, this thing's so big, it's good. Because then if she's had anything bigger, she's gonna be like, that wasn't big. Like, so you already like set yourself up for a loss. Like, you might as well be like, yeah, it's not that big, and then like just like make her eyes roll in the back of her head.
I used to tell girls I have 3 pinkies.
So that's a good one.
Yeah, I was like, girl, I ain't trying to brag. I got 3 pinkies.
That third one, you'll have a good night with that one.
Right, and I'm like above average too, so it's just like, so it's like a real big pinky. Like,
you see how big this pinky is?
If it's swole up a little bit, but
it gets close to a thumb.
But I would because like as soon as you say, I'm sorry, this is with anybody, but once you go, yeah, I got a big dick, I'm thinking like monster, like fucking.
Yeah, it better be like
if you pull out something that's like 8.5, I'm gonna be like, man.
That's almost that big.
Porn. Yeah, we have porn. That is not. Once you say I'm packing, bro. I'm thinking of just a fucking
monster,
egregious, just ginormous monster.
That fucking meme one where it's like. It's just like
now we had a friend, Brandon. He worked for a tree service. Listen, he would like joke. He'd be like, "Yeah, mine's a foot long," and be like, "Yeah, okay, it's a foot long." So we're at a party one night and we open the door, bro. He is having relations with a woman.
He wasn't lying?
He was not. And I was just like, God damn. Like, it looked like a fucking, just like, in person. Listen, in person, when you're like at a door and he's like, quit looking. I'm like, I can't. Like, God damn. Like, what the, it looked inhuman.
Yeah.
And honestly, listen, like, I was scared being in the same house as that penis. So I don't know why girl like looks at that and just was like, yes, I want this to just rip everything out of me, daddy. Cause I was like nervous now. I was like I didn't want to.
Well, and you don't get to use it all. Cause like technically most women don't have the
so when we came in, he was like, bro, he was like that much out.
Yeah.
And then another, and I'm just like, wow.
How much more?
I want to run. Like, I was like, it's like, in every kaiju movie, when the Japanese people see the monster, and they're like, oh, that's how I was doing. I was like, oh my God, look at the size of it. Nope, like my fucking my face wasn't matching it. I was like, I gotta run. Like, I don't know what to do.
The funniest thing was I was working at the factory, and like the guys were sitting around telling stories and all that stuff, and I was talking about like how I bottomed out in a girl, and like she said that it hurt, like. Because I hit her cervix, and they're like, you can't do that. And I was like, yeah, no, like there's not like endless. It doesn't just go on forever. They're like, no, you can't like legit hit like a wall in there. I was like, yeah, no, it's like a closed space. Like there's
a woman's cervix is only 4.5 inches, and
unless
then
she's aroused,
7 inches. Yeah. 7 inches once she's aroused.
Yeah,
look, I know everything about vaginas.
So I made sure she wasn't aroused so that I could
right. Yeah. Not doing a lot of foreplay just so I could punch that bitch.
But I like brought that up, and like they literally thought that it just goes. They're like, but in porn, and I was like, yeah, that's not real life. That's not real life. Like there's not just like this endless cavern that goes all the way up to like her fucking neck.
How does that work with porn and them just like
I
monster
think they can
penises?
still like stretch. Like, I mean, it's just like your stomach can get
But it
bigger
cannot-
if you eat too much.
Does it feel like? I guess the women have to hit us up for this one. Let us know. Do the monsters?
Well, we have to have a woman that's tried to like fit the biggest thing up in there to like.
Listen, I see a lot of dildos these days.
Yeah.
In like content and stuff like that, and they're picking the big meteor ones. So I guess there's a group of women that do love the gigantic.
We went out to my wife's
and they all do this
house.
shit when they turn them
My
on.
wife's friends were talking about they went to the beach and it was like a vape store and a like sex shop, and they said there was like the anal destroyer or something. It was like something like just insanely dumb, like just like
Is it like a gag thing or does
no? Well, like I think it should be, but I think the person at the store counter is like, no, we do have people that like legit try to sit on that thing. Like they'll buy one to try and sit on, like. But yeah, like you'll never be able to poop right ever in your life. It'll just go like fall. Like no matter what consistency is, it's just gonna go. Clunk. Like, free
you'll
fall.
never hear a fart again though. That's so crazy, man. That is wild. Listen.
All right.
What?
See, I think mayonnaise dick is way more tame than what we've just went off onto.
Right. I love how it like anytime vaginas or just like all the fucking knowledge, just like so goddamn knowledgeable about this. Am I overreacting? Parent advice. Hey, Mike and Dylan. I'm a first-time mom and love listening to you guys on YouTube while I'm pumping or feeding.
You gonna leave it alone?
I don't want to leave it alone. Or you're pumping it now.
Well, this got awkward.
I've never heard like someone refer to us while they're pumping and it not be as a joke or in a nourishing a baby type of way. You guys are great. To get into it, as I, 23 female, mentioned, I'm a first-time mom. I also live with a boyfriend, 23 male. We've been together for 7 years. My baby was born almost 7 weeks ago. She spent 5 weeks in the NICU. Me and my boyfriend have been having a hard time through the newborn stage since we got home from the hospital mostly. We spent every day in the NICU, even slept there for 3 weeks and got along fine. Since being home, he seems shocked that he doesn't get his beauty rest every day. We have been taking turns letting each other sleep. I'm happy with 5-6 hours, and he complains if he doesn't get 8-9 hours and still wants a 3-4 hour nap after getting 7 hours. You gotta do better than that, brother. You gotta man the fuck up a little bit. But listen, the craziest thing is like when you have a baby and everything's like in chaos and it's crazy, and the next day they're like, all right, now leave. He's like, well, what? I got to take this home? I got to buckle that thing up?
Yeah.
I just learned how to
do this.
Yeah, I just learned how to barely put a diaper on. And they're just like, just get the fuck out
it's
now.
yours. Go ahead.
Go on. And NICU's a little bit different because, like I said,
Yeah, they're going to give you a little.
Yeah, that's a rougher one, but still, like, it's easy there because once things get too overwhelming, you have an expert that takes over. At home, it's like, no. If someone's taking over, it's another amateur that doesn't know what they're doing. It's getting frustrating on my part that he can't just adjust as we need. When we are both awake, I don't ask him to help with the baby or around the house. He would just sit on his phone, so I end up doing all the things like laundry, dishes, caring for the baby all day, pumping to feed her, and constantly washing bottles and pumping parts to avoid nagging or arguing. He expects me to praise him for him giving me 5 hours of sleep each night. I knew being a dad was easier. It's just so frustrating to experience it. I don't want to fight with him. I also want some advice to help him see it my way. He's on leave for another 5 weeks, and I feel like he could be a better partner, at least while he's on leave. I go back to work in 8 weeks, and I'm hoping to find a work from home job. I don't want him to expect stay-at-home mom vibes because I'll be working while taking care of the baby. I know you both have kids and may have some advice on this topic. Yeah, bro, stop being a bitch, man. Like, just because, listen, and this is, look, it'll get stuck in your little boy brain that moms are like, they're moms. Like, you know what you're doing. Like, you were designed for this stuff. Obviously, you should do the bigger load, the more tasks and stuff like that. Once you say he's on leave too, like, bro, Bro, come on. That's defending me? Like,
Dude, I loved my paternity leave. They didn't want me to take it, and I was like, well, it says here in the book that I get this,
well,
and then
I
I get
took
that,
it like
and I
he
get
was in the
this, and I'm
military, like he's on leave.
no, I think it's just from a job, like a normal job.
What? Bro, I had to be like, all right, but bills don't stop. I had to go right back to work.
No, because like there's like FMLA and like all this other stuff. I ended up taking off like 6 weeks plus some vacation.
Fuck my life,
like,
assholes.
Yeah, it was fucking great, and like I like
how much did you get paid during that?
I think with the FMLA I got 50% on the like dollar.
No, I couldn't have done that. Look, I brought my daughter home. And I was just like, all right, it was good seeing you, kid.
Yeah,
I'll see you in 10 years, and that's what it kind of felt like.
Yeah, no,
like I just missed 9 years of her life.
With the whole thing is like, and like not to defend the guy in this situation at all, because he's definitely needs to fucking man the fuck up. But like the whole thing is you don't need to be looking at it as he needs to see your way. You guys need to come up with a way that works for both of you. It's like me and Mike always say, it's like communication, it's being clear. Like he can't just come home. Like there is a bunch of this other shit that's got to get done, and it's not just on you to do it. And especially if you both go back to fucking work, like no, he doesn't get to, like, maybe it worked before there was a kid, but now he's got to man up, and either you're watching the kid and maybe your wife does some of the stuff, or like, but either which way, like you got to participate.
Sounds like they are having conversations though, and he's just being fucking lazy. Because she's like doing the laundry, cleaning up everything.
Yeah, and that's part of the thing though. Is
and
like
he's getting 8 to 9 hours sleep with a 3 to 4 hour nap.
And that's the conversations that need to like be legitimate conversations of like, hey, if you expect to get that much sleep, you got to wake up in the morning and do all this fucking laundry, do the dishes and stuff like that, so that I can get my rest while you're fucking sleeping away. Like we've got to work this out to where I'm not doing all the fucking work and taking care of the kid, and you get to just like exist here.
You know what'd be good? What's a good masculine movie where the dad is like a dad, he's handling business?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, there's got to be one of those, like just like a where he's like doing his dad shit. You know what I'm saying? He's on and like helping the wife out. Just play a movie like that. I'm telling you, that's going to speak more to him. Like a fucking there's masculine movies where they're like, this guy's also great dad.
Yeah.
And doing the shit that he needs to do. Or just like watch a fucking video or something. Like, I don't know like what advice to do, because like you said, you got to have that conversation.
It's a team. Like,
but also he's not participating in the team.
And that's what I'm saying, is that needs to be the conversation. Is like, it's not that I need you to do all this shit. It's that we need to have all this shit done. And I only have so many hours in the day. I can't do it all. Like, it's not.
He's also tired too, man. She's sleeping 5 hours a night. Like I said, he's getting 8, 9,
and that
3,
should
4
be,
hours sleep.
That should be like partner sharing. Like that's what, like it depends on whether you're breastfeeding or whether you're.
Advice as she's already had the conversations. They're not working. Now adjust your advice.
It's still communication. Like you can't, like what else are you going to do? Punch them in the throat? Like
what
what's
they're
the
not
solution?
That's what I'm saying.
You're saying that their conversation's already been had. She's saying that like she's had to nag and do stuff like that. That's not a conversation. It's sitting down and being
no. That's not what I'm saying. Excluding this, I'm saying, okay, they have the conversations. It doesn't work. Now what do you do?
Fucking tell him to pack his goddamn shit and move on. Like, I don't know. Like, what, like, that's the part of communication is like, it's not just a one and done conversation. Like, me and my wife don't like get it all resolved. I just wanted to know, like, how punchy do we get? Like, I mean, punchy eventually
what
shows
sucks
up.
though is like if a guy sends us in something about a woman doing something.
Yeah, you can't punch. No punchy.
Fucking
punchy's off the table.
You'll go to jail, brother. Like a woman can punch you, not go to jail. Okay.
These are equal opportunity, but yeah, you can't start the conversation that way.
I don't give a fuck. Listen, if I'm out in public and
That's
a lady
different.
tries
That's
to
what
fight
I'm
my
saying.
girl
Yeah.
one-on-one.
Yeah.
Because people will be like, if your girl was getting jumped, would you jump in? I was like,
Yes.
if a bitch is fighting my wife, trying to fight my wife, the woman I love one-on-one, I am lifting that bitch out of her sneakers, like with an uppercut. I don't give a fuck.
No.
I'm sorry. You're not fighting my girl. We're not doing all this.
Well, you've been around her enough to know that she didn't start the shit. So,
Right. Yeah. Like she's not going to.
She's not the punchy one.
Yeah, girl, I've known this lady for 13 years now, 14 years. She's never started anything with anybody. Obviously, you have anger issues, which has started this fucking. I could just walk up to the scene and understand whose fault it is if they're sitting here arguing. Yeah. But I would even do it like, all right, babe, looks like you got a fighter. And then I would position myself just where I could punch her in the ear from behind.
Like, kick a leg out from under.
No, I'm just going to like just pop her from the back, because then she ain't gonna pop her from the back. Just punch from, because then she ain't gonna know. A little easier knockout, and we can go about our business. Okay, she wakes up, everything's good.
Now you're still going to Walmart and getting the groceries you need.
Right. Ooh, relationship advice. And then possible guest on podcast. Okay, so need relationship advice. Dear Mike and Dylan, I decided I need advice, and who better to give advice than two random strangers on the internet. These are all fake names, by the way. I, 22 male, have been dating Clarice for about 3-4 months. It's been going well until recently. We haven't been talking as much and are having trouble finding time to get together due to work and life. Even though I'm 22, this is my first real relationship and I'm unsure how to approach this, and was wondering what crazy off the wall advice Mike would have and what sensible advice Dylan would have. Also, I figured it'd be a good idea to get advice from people who won't sugarcoat it and tell me if I'm being a dumbass. LOL. Love the show. Keep up the great episodes. Thanks in advance. I know nothing about this. I don't know anything about your situation. Yeah, I get that. Work and life. People who love each other will find time.
Well, and you're 3 or 4 months in. Like, you have no fucking clue. Like, you kind of like them, but you're not. Like, a couple months in is not the time where you're like, ooh, we're going to get married. Like, so, like, if you like her a lot, stick around. If you don't, fucking leave.
So my advice would be initiate. Like, if you want to spend time, initiate. Try. Yes. And I'd do it for like a month, just where you're always trying to like, yo, I want to hang out. I want to, I got a little bit of time. I'd like to spend it with you. And then if it's reciprocated, awesome. I think it's the start of a beautiful relationship. If it's not reciprocated, then I think her heart is in different places in that relationship, and to go somewhere else, and that you're looking for something serious, and to just be able to move along.
And in your early 20s, like, nothing is that serious. Like, if you want it to become serious, then sure, make it that way. But like, ultimately, you guys are still trying to figure out what job you want to have for the rest of your life. What fucking hobbies are you going to have? So it's not a huge deal if you guys split ways or if you guys stay together. But like, it's literally a very low pressure. Though. Okay.
Because I was just like, go make the attempt, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to like see. So you be initiative, take the initiative to try to spend more time with her.
You want to know what? I've never said that your advice was bad or told you that my advice was better.
I'm doing it this one time. Yeah. And that's for the mom thing earlier and really ruining my joke, because now nobody can laugh at that.
Well, they can.
They can't. No. Because then I had to explain the joke.
You explained it to me.
If you're ever put in a position where you have to explain the joke, it is no longer funny.
But you were trying to get me to understand it. I didn't need to understand it. The audience could still get the joke.
Because you were immediately like, hey, yeah, man.
It's an edgelord cringy joke that you told, and then you...
It's not an edge. It's hilarious. It's like, what do you call a black lawyer?
A lawyer?
That's right, yeah. But people will be like, oh, I don't know what. And I'm like, a lawyer.
You're racist.
Yes. Yeah. Or there's 2 muffins in an oven. One muffin says, man, it's really hot in here. The other one goes, talking muffin. It's a non-joke, bro. And it's just, it's like, it doesn't go along with the normal joke cycle. Were great. Yes, but that's what that is, bro.
Dead moms aren't funny.
If someone walked in here with a fucking parachute fucking windbreaker Carolina horn, and I'm immediately like, dude, the 90s called. Your parents didn't make it. That's fucking hilarious, because you think I'm going to say they want their windbreaker back. But then I say something really crazy. Early 2000s called.
What if their parents
had died? A plane has hit the second time.
What if their parents had died recently?
Life is not that serious, bro. Nobody is like singling out their parents. And if he's like...
But what if they just died?
If they just died?
I literally just talked to a bartender that he gave a guy his beer, and then there was still some left in the can, and he says, like, you can either drink it out of the can or pour it out for one of your dead homies. And the guy's mom had just died like the day before, and so the dude was like fucked up about it. And like, yeah, sometimes that fucking happens, so maybe you don't make the fucking parent joke.
But then I don't make any jokes, because then I'm worried about everybody if they've got dead parents. And listen,
don't make a dead parent joke. That's the only one you don't have to do. Or a dead kid joke.
Never.
Okay, so
that's where I draw the line, though, because look,
you got a boundary.
Parents are supposed to die.
Yeah,
you are supposed to outlive your kids, unless you're Tito Ortiz. Then you want to outlive your kids. Have you not seen? Do you know who Tito Ortiz is?
I know who he is, but I don't know the joke.
Jesus Christ! Just look up Tito Ortiz smart moments, and because he'll be like, I love my kids so much, I want to outlive my kids, which obviously he means he wants his kid. He's got CTE so bad.
Oh yeah,
so fucking bad, and it should not be funny. But when I watch it, it is funny to me, so I've deemed it funny, and I don't care how bad it is. Okay, sorry. When I hear something, if I'm like, ha, that's funny, I don't care how much people are like, Mike, you need to educate yourself and read books and unlearn all this stuff. I'm not doing it. That was funny. Okay. I enjoyed it. I'm not learning, unlearning. I'm not reading no books. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry.
If you start 75 hard, you got to read 10 pages a day.
Not of books. Listen.
Books, of self-help books, nonfiction.
Listen, it's hard out here for a pimp. All right. Possible guests on the podcast. Hey, Mike and Dylan, I found you a long ass time ago on TikTok and have been lurking on your page ever since. I was on TikTok today and I watched a skit by a guy named John Michael Stewart. Oh, that's my buddy.
Breadstick Ricky.
He has the Ricky and the Boss skits, which immediately reminded me of you guys. I think he would be an amazing guy to have on the podcast. Anyways, keep up the good work, Dylan, and fuck you, Mike. Both of you guys are amazing. I don't know how to end this, so bye, fuckers. So I'm friends with John, Marshall, Patrick, all these guys. I don't know how to like bring it up. Like, what do I do? Just be like, hey, John.
Well, you could just ask them now because they all watch the podcast, so like, or they listen to the podcast.
Who?
John and Marshall.
I doubt that.
I guarantee they do not.
I guarantee you they do not. But just be like, yeah, John, I have this podcast that a few people watch. Do you want to come down here from Arkansas, multiple states away, on your dime because I'm very poor?
You can stay on my couch.
Yes, to make this show look
Better?
I don't yeah, better.
More professional.
More professional, where I can use your face as a marketing strategy. Be like, look who I had on the podcast. Can you do that for me?
No.
What about you, Marshall?
Hey.
You want to come from Georgia?
Are you still there?
Yeah, you want to come from Georgia up here? Which Marshall probably would do it. Yeah, he'd do it.
He did for our Labor Llama launch video that never made it.
Yeah, he's a pretty dope guy. They're both dope dudes and just cool people. But yeah, like I got a lot of friends, Justin Danger Nunley. I'm not going to ask any of these guys to be like, hey, come do this thing for free where you're not going to make any money. It's not going to make you any more popular. And the only thing that it would do is advertise.
Boost my
podcast.
Platform.
I'm not going to do that. And you guys know my stance on just, I try to be fair.
Yeah, the only person you're going to use is me.
Dylan, yes. Until he is poor and living out of a box. All right, guys. I think we got time for one more.
I think that's a triple page, or is that just a single page?
Just a single page. It's hey, Mike and Dylan. Love y'all's podcast. You guys helped me get through my shift at the sign shop. Your personality creates an entertaining dynamic. How would you handle a mother-in-law who asks for money? The woman is sweet as can be and helps watch our 7-year-old son, but she is horrible at managing money. She constantly is showing our son with toys, trip to McDonald's. She recently purchased an RV with hopes of fixing it up, but it's only been a money pit. My wife and I don't mind financially helping her a bit because she does watch our son. We consider it the cost of childcare, but it is starting to get old. I'm fairly sure if she would just stop spending her money on frivolous stuff, she would be more financially stable. What would you guys do? We love her and don't want to see her struggle, but also I don't need my son coming home with a new toy every time he goes to grandma's. Also, when do we get the 3-hour podcast? I'd listen to that shit all day.
You're getting close.
Maybe
today.
soon, because
I think we're pushing to 2 hours today.
I don't think so. I don't even think we're at an hour right now.
Oh, yeah. We started around noon.
Maybe. I don't know. Would you guys be open to trying a new format? I've been listening to a podcast that reads funny reviews of 1-star businesses. They cut up and make jokes about each review. I feel like that's something you guys would kill at. Here's an example. Cheers, Mayo Dicks. There's no example.
What is that? Isn't there like a second story down at the bottom?
Yeah, but that's completely different.
Yeah, I didn't see the example.
Bro's like, here's an example, and then there's no example. Yeah, look, if I don't know, we could have done this podcast on anything, but I think that since it's an advice podcast, the world is our oyster. We can do whatever the fuck we want on any fucking. I don't even got to give advice. As long as we give one bit of advice. Dylan could give advice.
Yeah, terrible advice.
While we're talking about something that completely has nothing to do with it, we could fucking do we could do an episode where we're on top of a building and I'm terrified.
I still think like we were talking about that now that we were walking around town and everything. I was like, we need to get somebody who can just like hold a camera steady, like on like a steady camera.
No, we just get one of those things and it fucking connects to.
Those things are terrible, dude. They're so terrible.
I think it'd be fun though.
But I think it'd be great if we had like just somebody that literally walked and followed us around while we podcasted and we're just out on our walk, just like talking the crazy shit that we
Yeah,
do
but it
while
would
we're
be
walking
10
around.
times better if we were smoking while we were doing it.
It would be. That
It
would
would
make
be.
way more sense. And it like now that you say the words, like my brain is now picturing it, and now I need fucking cranberry juice.
Hey, Dylan, the 80s called and they brought your mom back and she is okay, okay?
Oh, thank you.
See, look at
It's
that.
about
Look.
goddamn time, dude.
Look, we wrapped it up. We put a nice little bow on
Are
it.
you leaving that one for?
Yeah,
next
this has
time?
been an episode of Mike and Dylan hate drama. If you would like for us to I don't know, help you with some big moments in your life, you can submit your problems at mikeanddylan.com, mikeanddylan.com. Also, if you want to check out some really awesome gear for working class people, you can go to laborllama.com, laborllama.com. We have a 30% off discount. MADHD 30. You can get nice hoodies, hats, and t-shirts, 30% off right now. Podcast exclusive discount code.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next time.
Later.